1010XL. Happy Monday, March. It's already March.
First of the month.
Yeah.
Got Future making his bread today. March Madness, a song that speaks nothing of March Madness.
I don't even know. I don't even know
Future,
what song. I know, but I like it's not coming to my.
Did you ever get it? Were you able to strip it, JJ, or just the beat? You've heard it before. I know.
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
You've heard it. It's one of his more popular songs, but it has nothing. It's weird.
I don't think I'm a big Future guy. I don't know though.
You don't have to be. It's just everybody else likes him. Like it's good workout music. That's when I started really when I got into it.
Well, it is March 1st, which means that we're closer to the annual or the anniversary of when coronavirus shut sports down. It's crazy that it's been a year.
It's next week, right? TPC,
like the 13th or something like that. Yeah,
Wednesday. I
just remember we were in here right when the first basketball game was canceled.
Yeah, the guy sneezed on everybody, or he sneezed on all the
touched all the reporter equipment, and I just remember being in here and it's like, okay, basketball's canceled, and then the next night we're talking about, all right, when's everything be back to normal? And I was the most pessimistic, and I said like July. Right, I think both of y'all said May or June, something like that. It's just crazy that it's been a year. And here we are. Closer to the draft, though, we got a ton of mock draft news coming out this weekend. Interesting stuff, man. Like did you see the CBS Sports mock draft?
No.
So I did. Well, I'll get to that later because it's part of my 8 o'clock. But these mock drafts are getting to the point to where it's the headline that gets the click. I guess not getting there. It's been there. The headline gets the click, and so it's like the more quarterbacks you can shove into a small space and say this many quarterbacks are taken in the top 10, like the more views you must get or something. Because the CBS Sports now has Mac Jones going at number 6.
I thought we talked about that.
That's to not the one Philly.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, to Philly. And it's just like I mean we've never done a mock draft. Maybe we should, so we wouldn't talk so bad about them if we got paid for clicks on mock drafts, because I guess you got to go through every possible variable to get more reads, right? Like the one I'm looking at has Trevor, Zach Wilson, Jamar Chase, Justin Fields, Penei Sewell, Mac Jones, and then Trey Lance at 8. So they've got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the first 8 picks being quarterbacks. Is
it really that bad?
Yeah, is that even possible? I wonder what the record for that is. I wonder, like, it's probably pretty easy to find most quarterbacks taken in the first round. But I wonder what the record for, like, the first 10 picks is.
I mean, it's got to be like 3 or 4, maybe. Not 5.
Yeah,
I don't think half the top 10. Half the top 10 shouldn't be quarterbacks. Everybody's not that bad at the position right now, are they? Or is it because you can get them relatively cheap, so you want to make sure if you think you have something, this is the year to do it.
Well, I guess that's it. But here's the thing: if you're taking 5 quarterbacks in the top 8 picks, then that tells me that as a league, everybody's giving up on quarterbacks early. But they're at the same time, they're not surrounding them with talent, young talent,
right? Because
they're using their first pick to take the quarterback position. And I get that it's the most important position.
But that's been the argument for a while. That was the pro Jameis argument. Was that, yes, his interceptions are bad, but they're no worse than Peyton Manning's and numerous other guys who are Hall of Famers right now. So, like, they do give up on quarterbacks a lot faster than they used to. But also because the investment in the quarterback is nowhere near as high.
Like, I love Mac, and I'm going to get into this during 8 o'clock a little bit, but I went on a Boston radio show, and they were asking me about Mac, and I just said, I don't see Mac as like a top 10 pick. When I see Mac, I don't think of that. And it's not anything against Mac. It's more of, if I'm a GM, am I picking Mac above Jalen Waddle? Am I picking Mac above the Caleb Farley kid or Devontae Smith?
No.
Or Kyle Pitts?
Maybe Pitts, just depending on how.
Or Patrick Surtain?
No, because Surtain is considered a shutdown corner.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I say is Mac may be the second or third best quarterback. Eventually. I can make that argument. No, he may be the second or third best quarterback coming out. But I just, like, I can't wrap my head around 5 quarterbacks going in the top 8. It's crazy. And you look at where they're going. You got Trevor coming here. That makes sense. You got Zach Wilson going to a place that just used a first round pick on a quarterback, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? In the Jets. You got Justin Fields going to Atlanta with a quarterback who was an MVP candidate just 3 years ago. Now he's older. You got Mac Jones going to Philly, where they've got another
Young up and coming quarterback.
Alabama quarterback who was with Mac there at Alabama. Well, they also had, if he wouldn't have got hurt, the league MVP 3 years ago as well.
Because they still haven't moved him.
Wentz is gone. I'm saying
Okay, yeah. They had
him. Yeah, my bad. And then you've got Trey Lance going to 8 to Carolina, who just signed a quarterback last year to be their starter.
Yeah, they're ready to get rid of him. That's a situation where you know they need a quarterback. That's my point. It's like some of these places we're not 100% sure they even need a quarterback. Now Carolina, we know they're trying to get rid of Teddy. It's basically the same thing they did to Cam.
And I'm not saying they shouldn't.
But no, I got you. I'm just saying that situation we know. New York, it's an implied situation. You're not 100% sure, but it looks fairly certain that they're going for another quarterback. Jacksonville, obviously, you're going for another quarterback. Philly, you like to believe, based upon how last season ended, they like their young quarterback.
Did he really play that well?
I be honest with you,
I don't think he did.
Be sitting here saying I really remember.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But I also don't think they're faulting him as much as they're faulting the coaching staff or whoever, the front office, whoever it was that really put these guys in a bad position.
Yeah,
because that
played
last
in 4
games.
Was really bad. It's terrible. He played in 4 games. He, being Jalen Hurts, had a 52% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, as a rookie getting your first action, that 52 is bad, but the rest of it, fine. But I don't think if you're Philly that you're sitting there going, "We've got our guy."
Right, but what do you do? Like, do you need a big time playmaker at wide receiver?
Yeah,
more than like, if you feel your quarterback is okay enough to be able to give him a chance with the money, go. So, like you were saying, surround him with talent. And do you think that this is a guy that you can't get in the next draft? That's against I get Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence and not trading back, and you feel like you just have to have him. Yeah. The other guys, Trey Lance, was it Zach Wilson, Mac? Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Or is those basically those are like? Can we be honest? Full transparency, this is a safe space. Justin Fields, my bad. This is a safe space. Mm-hmm. We can talk. We can arguably say that maybe not next year, but the year after that, we'll be talking about guys who are similar talent.
I agree.
I agree. But we may not have a wide receiver class like this for quite some time.
I guess that's my point. If you're telling me you're passing up on Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, or Penei Sewell.
The Penei Sewell drop is what really throws me off.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a generational talent on the offensive line. Though, is in a game where so I was not an argument, but Jameis has been putting some interesting videos out. So it's been garnishing a lot of interesting debate and topics, right? So I was just talking about, again, Tom Brady just proved to me, especially watching him in that Super Bowl, though it wasn't over the top, but just watching that arm that I thought that we have talked about on this show gone, watching him zip it to Gronk, things like that. But you can't take away what Tristan Wirfs' impact was out the gate. He gave up 1 sack. That's a generational tackle. Mm-hmm. That's something they've had a turnstile there. It's been jokes. A defensive end said when they re-signed the other left tackle, he was like, "Great, I'm eating," because he's going to play him twice. I'm eating for the next 4 years. But you got a guy who comes and you go from 48 sacks to 20. That's a Penei Sewell is a guy like that. I'm not turning that guy down.
I agree. I would make the argument with Mac Jones that if you were to reach and take Mac that early, it would be a similar. I'm not comparing him to Tom Brady, except for in this way. Tom Brady rarely gets touched because Tom Brady knows so much about setting protection. Well, and he knows how to set the protection. There's nothing you're going to do as a defense that's going to confuse Tom Brady. Still got to have the bodies, but think about every team he's played on.
What he did in New England with very little talent,
right?
Except for the one time he had the talent, they lost in the game that mattered. But you're right.
Mac can do that kind of similar thing. But to your point, there's probably a guy coming out next year, the year after that, that can do it as well. I just think I love quarterbacks. That's how I pay my bills. But 5 in the first 8 picks? Come on, Ryan Wilson. You really believe that? Now, the other guy was CBS Sports who released his mock. I mean, he's a little more realistic. He's only got 4 in the top 8, not 5, and he's got a different order. He has Mac falling all the way to the Saints at 28, which I would love being a Saints fan. But just 5 in the top 8 when there's dudes like Greg Rousseau at 15 and Kyle Pitts, he's got at 13, Devontae Smith at 12, Caleb Farley at 9, Waddle at 7, Sewell at 5. Like, come on. I'm still not convinced that if I'm the Jets, that either I don't take Penei Sewell or I don't trade to somebody who really wants him.
And get some more capital.
Because
Or some talent or draft capital.
that's where he was mocked forever as number 2.
Like, I just don't. This would be year 3 for
I think he just did.
Just finished year 2,
3.
right? Or you finished year
Sam
3?
Darnold, you're talking
Yeah.
about? Let me look. I think he just finished year 3, didn't he?
And has he played that bad to where you're ready to just give up on him? I just think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
This will be his 4th season.
Yeah.
so.
He was just, I'm seeing ghosts, right?
Yeah.
And now, if you got a guy who's got that PTSD right now, his gunshot, like, I guess you do gotta, like, throw him away. But
I mean, you can't run from the fact that he's 13 and 25 as a starter, but your franchise is terrible.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In some aspects, you can.
Mm.
His coach was awful. He should have never been hired.
Very true.
He was never put in a position to win, and you don't have talent around him. Like, one of your biggest offseason splashes was getting Frank Gore, who's older than me. So in NFL years, he's geriatric.
Yeah, I mean,
his son is eligible for this draft, right?
Is he really?
It's that's.
I know stats don't tell the whole story,
and this isn't me caping for him. I'm just saying, Sewell like is that guy. After if Trevor was there, I get it, but like, I think you can find, because they got 2 draft picks too, right?
Do they? The Jets? I don't think so.
Or I'm taking that guy and then letting the chips fall where they may. I know you're not winning the Super Bowl next year. You want to go out and compete, but I'm going to give this guy a chance with some better talent around him.
I can even give you Zach Wilson. Like, if somebody says, all right, we believe Zach Wilson is better than anything coming out the next couple of years. All right, I can watch film and I can see that. Now,
so after 1 year,
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying I can see what they're saying.
Fine, it happens all the 1 year, one year guys happen all the time, and I get it. Fine. Me personally, the one time he played equal talent, he lost, and that's not even equal talent. And that was when they played with Coastal Carolina, and it was a ranked team. It was somebody who I believe, based upon what I had been seeing them do, should have washed him, and they didn't. And I'm not saying he's not a first round pick. I'm not saying the team shouldn't draft him. I'm saying, like, if I have other options of guys who, from talent that I've seen year in and year out, week in and week out, big time conferences, playing the best of the best. Like, I'm personally, as a GM, am not turning that down for a guy who I know next year we're going to have the similar conversations about him. Because you can't say that we don't, because every year we do this.
Well, wasn't it just a month and a half? No, I guess it was longer than that. 2 months ago, that half the media was hopping on wait a second. So should the Jags take Justin Fields instead of Trevor Lawrence after one good game?
Justin Fields was the clear-cut number 2.
Right.
And then when people felt like we weren't going to get Trevor, there was no doubt. I mean, we had people flipping their stances really, really quick, saying, why is Justin Fields getting this bad treatment? To when the Jets finally did the dumb thing, then we were like, all right, fine, Justin sucks. Like that. And give me Trevor. I want Trevor.
Yeah.
But not too long ago, we were only speaking on 2 guys. And now all of a sudden we got 5 generational quarterbacks.
Right.
Like, that's kind of living in the moment type stuff.
When do we see somebody come out of right field in one of these mock drafts and plug a 6th one in the first round and say, well, there was a run, so Kyle Trask got bumped up?
Now,
like somebody's going to do it, right?
If 4 get taken in the top 10, you will see that. It's similar to what happened with and you'll also see the similar results. Not saying Kyle Trask isn't good, but I'm just saying we have a history with this. If there's a run on quarterbacks, then you see a team take a gamble, i.e. the Jags with Blaine Gabbert.
Mhm.
Blaine Gabbert or the Minnesota Vikings with Christian Ponder, if you want me to
Yeah,
be honest.
that's right.
Christian Ponder
I forgot about him.
Christian Ponder was picked by the Vikings because they did not have a second-round pick. They only had a third-round pick. And if they didn't get him then, they felt they weren't going to be able to they weren't going to be able to address their need.
But you know it's coming. There's going to be a mock draft here. I'm going to say in the next 2 weeks where they mirror what Ryan Wilson did with CBS, and they go Trevor, Zach, Justin, Mac, and Trey Lance, 5 quarterbacks in the first 8. And then they're going to get down to New Orleans, and they're going to talk themselves into, well, they're going to want a quarterback, and the other 5 are there. So let's plug. I guess the next would be Kyle Trask. I guess is he going to be the next guy taken in this class?
I mean,
you got Kyle, you got the Texas A&M guy, Kellen Mond. You've got Ian Book. You've got
is Ian
Ian's not
looked good
no. I just think he's always had that 3rd through 5th round grade. Okay. I don't he doesn't have. I mean, you saw him. He doesn't have anything that just pops out. So, but I think Kyle Trask is what is he 6'5"? I mean, there's somebody, not a team, because no team's taking Kyle Trask in the first round. I said that all through the year. But there's some mock draft dude that's going to look and go, well, I mean, Kyle Trask should be the 6th quarterback, and the headline's going to be 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, and he's going to get hella clicks off of it. You look very confused.
Nah, somebody was saying we don't have any audio on the feed. My bad.
Oh, all right. Everybody's wondering, JJ, you okay?
Perfect.
Okay. Somebody was like, thank God he's alive. He didn't talk for 15 minutes. JJ's quiet. He's working stuff out in there. It's a Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Hopefully you guys got to ABC over the weekend. Got in there and got some good stuff. I went by ABC this weekend, actually. Yeah. Make sure you get by there this week. When is TPC?
Next weekend. The 13th. In the next weekend?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
It is? It starts? Wait.
I don't know.
So,
hold on.
Yeah, because I was Players Championship 2021. I think it's next week. They're not doing it. Yeah, March 11th through the 14th.
So the week. Oh, it is
next weekend. Yeah, not this Saturday.
Wow.
This Saturday, the weekend after.
So it's a week of spring break in Duval.
So, that's crazy because it's going to be limited.
So it's ABC's not.
They're not doing the party. They're not doing it this year.
That's really all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I was upset. I'm upset about that. And we go later on Wednesday so I can go hang out and have a good time. That's the last real mingling that I did. Because remember, then they were like, all right, only media can go to TBC.
Which we got excited about.
And I was like, yo, that's great.
Yep.
I know I can see everything now. And then they said, nope, we're just going to cancel it.
What do y'all want to get into next?
Big time. J.J. Watt's a big story.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll talk about J.J. Watt. We'll talk about Alabama making an announcement on attendance in the fall. We'll get into all that coming up next.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm dancing. Let's go. Gotta love this. I like this kind of party. I love you, man. You can't feel this one. Something wrong with you. Let's go to the world.
Celebrate sports and life with 1010XL.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Hi, I'm Susan Evans, Managing Director of First Coast Blessings in a Backpack. And I'd like to thank the players for helping us ensure that every school-age child has the nourishment they need to learn and grow. And guess what? It's 8 days to the players.
The Players' Championships defining moments extend beyond the course. Northeast Florida is our home. We have a year-round commitment to our charity partners.
The Players Championship supports hundreds of local organizations, which are the true champions. In 2019, I joined the Players team at the Now Washington Youth Foundation to announce a $500,000 challenge grant to help build Club 904. The facility now helps more teams in Jacksonville become champions.
Learn more about our defining moments and how to follow Players Championship at theplayers.com.
Does all this pollen have you like, how about dust or pet dander? Breathe easier with an air purification system from Weather Engineers. When you buy a Remy Halo purifier, you'll get a free blue QR UV light. The Remy Halo is 99% effective deactivating SARS-CoV-2, the virus causing COVID-19. For a free quote on an air purification system to help you with that, call Weather Engineers. They don't call them the inside weather guys for nothing.
License number CAC 041190. Are you having difficulty paying your IRS personal or business taxes due to COVID-19? Under the IRS's People First COVID-19 Tax Relief Program, there has never been a better time than now to settle your tax debt. Call J. David Tax Law today for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Anytime, anywhere. 1010XL On Demand. Presented by
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida.
Commercial-free shows immediately after our live shows end. Search 1010XL in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or visit 1010XL.com.
At Zerorez, we clean carpets and tile, but we also clean sofas, recliners, kitchen chairs, patio furniture, and even the mattresses on your bed. For March, we are offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning. Zerorez spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zerorez. The official opening of Details Barbershop in Jacks Beach is now through next Saturday, the 13th. Come in for a cut and a chance to win a new PlayStation 5. You heard that right. A PlayStation 5 plus additional prizes from other local businesses. Drawing takes place next Saturday at 5 on Instagram Live. Search Details with a Z Barbershop Jacks Beach. Call 853-5187. 853-5187. Walk-ins welcome.
All-Pro Leon Searcy here. Spring season is here, and seeing those green yards and fields is the encouragement you need to visit Coastal Equipment, your Kubota dealer. The only Kubota superstore in North Florida. Check out the full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. They also carry a full line of tractors and construction implements. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and in the Clinton.
Coastal Equipment.
Your North Florida Kubota superstore. Kubota.
Claude Nolan Cadillac respects your time and strives to make every visit a pleasure. Customers come back because you're not just a customer, you're part of the family. Don't forget about their service department with 10 master technicians. The only Cadillac dealership in the area with a body shop and can fix any make or model. Claude Nolan Cadillac, Jacksonville's Cadillac dealer for 116 years. Near the town center off JTB on Southside Boulevard and Gate Parkway. Begin your lasting relationship at Claude Nolan Cadillac.
Hardball Creative gives a shirt about the virus. Yes, for every 100 shirts you buy, we'll throw in a free one. Online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Wait, I know how this thing works. Like when we actually play like the real songs, like something like I guess we gotta pay the people or something like that. But what if we played the beats and like?
No, I just don't want to play
anything
a guy cursing.
No, okay, I got you. I didn't know how it was.
We just need to.
Because I was gonna say I could come in and start. We can play the song.
Well, that's what we used
I
to
could
do.
just do it.
I used to come in like an hour early and just make sure find like the part of the song we wanted. We haven't done that in 5 years.
No, I meant like I could just like I could,
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
200 miles on the day. It's like
Yeah, because
gibberish.
I still don't know this song based off just a beat.
It's gibberish, gibberish, gibberish. Clear enunciation. Gibberish, 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 gibberish. And it just vibe. And you'll see the guys that just be like, just nodding their heads, just I don't know why. I think it's
T-Pain did this.
T-Pain did this beat?
No, I'm just saying he
Oh.
did this to rap music.
Hey man.
If you hear the way that Future's voice is, it's like
auto-tune.
unbearable, man.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, what were you saying about Marcus Spears?
He would just tweet it out more Mac Jones love.
I mean, look, I hope
The Mac Jones propaganda machine is running full strength.
I love it.
That's really what it is, man. Like they all just get behind somebody, and now all of a sudden everybody's opinion is the exact same.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Nobody had this opinion. It Marcus LSU, right?
That's why it's surprising that he loves an Alabama guy.
But what I'm saying is, you naturally watch the conference that you came up out of.
Like he watched every Mac game.
Now you're just watching film on Mac Jones. You didn't watch what Mac did to your school.
Yeah. Yeah, but there was the whole, everybody, the cool thing to say back then was where he's throwing to wide open guys. That was the cool thing to say then. I want to see, does Maurice Jones-Drew do a mock draft? Because if Maurice Jones-Drew does a mock draft and he doesn't have Justin Fields number 2, I'm calling him out after his whole tweet barrage the night of Justin Fields' semifinal game.
He was just giving.
About maybe Jacksonville should consider Justin Fields. And
so I have some from last year, but he hasn't done any this year. He had Justin Herbert going to Cincinnati, number 1 overall.
Hey, he looks pretty smart.
Exactly.
Right now. I mean, if you redrafted it, would Justin Herbert go before?
I would say no.
You still think it'd be the same?
Yeah.
He actually had Tua going number 2.
So you think it'd be Burrow number 1 still, not Justin Herbert?
Yeah, Burrow. Then Herbert would be number 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even though
Burrow was balling when he got hurt.
Yeah.
And they were asking him to do a ton. And there was one game where he threw the ball like 50 times and ran it another 14 or 15.
What would you do with the Jags draft if you had to do it all over again? Take neither, right?
Who'd they take first?
CJ.
I don't mind
and
CJ.
Chase
I just didn't like CJ where he was picked. I'm definitely not getting Chase.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I definitely. I mean,
CJ,
I wouldn't take either one of them. Absolutely not.
Who was there? I'll take a tackle.
I mean, absolutely not.
Wasn't Worth there?
I don't care who was there. I'm not taking either one of them where they took them.
Well, that was my whole thing about the first round, and everybody was mad. Thought I was just a hater. I was like, it's not that I don't like CJ. I just didn't like him. Was it number 9?
So Jedrick Wills went right after him. Becton, Ruggs, Wirfs.
Yeah, Wirfs went 13.
Wirfs
Kinlaw,
or Becton would have
Judy.
been the 2 guys that I would have liked to have had.
Man, did Kinlaw do anything? I don't remember hearing Kinlaw's name.
He
Man,
had
if you look at this, if
one
you
and
look
a half sacks, 33 total tackles, interception for a touchdown.
Oh, if you look at last year's draft, it's like
not a lot of producers.
I mean, Chase Young.
Oh yeah.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. What did Derek Brown do? He went to Carolina.
That's the D tackle, right?
Yeah. Remember the Isaiah Simmons? Everybody was high on Isaiah Simmons.
Nah, he
had a good year though, didn't he?
I thought he didn't do anything.
Oh no, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to keep up with if they're not a
Defense.
quarterback. Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons had 2 sacks, 2 pass deflections, a pick, a forced fumble recovery. It's hard to tell with defense. Like, you can't just look at these stats and say, hey, he had a good year or not a good year. Who knows? We'd have to get people to watch their games every week.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What about LaVisca? If you think if everybody did a redraft, LaVisca would be a first rounder, or do you think he'd still fall?
He wouldn't be a first rounder.
You don't think? I mean, you don't think? Looking
What
at
did
who
he
went
do
in the
this
first
year to make you think that he should go up a round?
It's not as much what he did as I'm looking at who went in the first round.
I mean,
and you can make the argument he did just as much, or if not more.
I don't know about San Francisco. I just looked. He had 788.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
He did better than
Justin Jefferson. He's not going. He's not going to hide it.
Did he do better than Michael Pittman?
He did better than Rager.
Yeah, he did do better than Michael Pittman.
I didn't realize he had that many yards.
Yeah, just
because he missed. what, 4 games?
He did better than Ruggs.
T. Higgins was better than him. Justin Jefferson was better than him.
Then he might not be off.
Yeah,
One,
it's
two,
not as much about
three,
what he did. Yeah,
4, 5 wide receivers, and performed better than a.
I don't think he was used right, so maybe my opinion is void, anyways.
no, I think you're dead on accurate about he wasn't used right. Who was used right last year?
I think our offensive coordinator was still enjoying the nightlife.
In Jacksonville?
I mean, he can party anywhere. You saw how he got down.
Yeah. You start looking at some of these drafts, and it makes you realize that all the time that we spend on these drafts is almost silly. Because I can't tell you what 70% of these cats did in the first 2 rounds.
Brandon Ayuk?
He had a good year.
He did.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a good year. And then you start looking at, like, the Bucks killed the draft. Their first 2 picks were the offensive lineman, Tristan Wirfs, and then Antoine Winfield. They crushed the draft. But you start looking at all these names that we talked so much about last year, and you realize quickly, like, you could make an argument if you look at it, the second round was better than the first round last year. By the time you start looking at Cam Akers and where he was at the end of the year,
Pittman, Swift,
Dobbins. I think that's just
Chenault,
because there's more
Winfield.
guys that we see and we have on our fantasy
Claypool.
teams.
Yeah. Yeah, Claypool.
Cam Akers. We were
Mims,
just talking
of
about
course.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
J.K.
different Mims.
Dobbins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Van Jefferson.
Yeah, I think you could. I think if you obviously the quarterback's way heavy in the first round. There wasn't a quarterback in the second round. But if you look at last year's first round draft, you look at the second round, I think if you go by production, had a better year than the first round. I mean, yeah, Jonathan Taylor rushed. I mean, he had a good year too, right?
So that's where they're going to start. People are going to start getting their running backs. If
Second.
they have to. Second, like, forget if he's a first round great, we're either going to get him late or we're going to get him early in the second.
Yeah. Yeah, because last year's second running backs were DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, Cam Akers.
Yep.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins.
And J.K. Dobbins. It's pretty damn good.
A.J. Dillon. Did pretty good. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire was the last pick in the first round.
Yeah. Huh. J.J. Watt announces today that he has agreed to a 2-year contract with Arizona, $31 million. So right at what
we were talking about.
Between 15 and 16 million. I thought somebody would way overpay, especially when I heard there were like 4 or 5 teams involved.
You know what that makes me mad about? Like, all right, it's clearly not about championship. You want to get paid. Decent. We could have made that. We could have came in and we could have gave him 16, 17 maybe or whatever. I don't care. I'm cool with 18 just because we have it. With 2 years, I think 23 of it is guaranteed. We could have came in there and made a pitch.
Are you telling me you don't think Arizona is? I mean, they're a playoff team, right?
I'm not. I don't think they're better. Well, minus all the turmoil that's being surrounding Seattle right now, I still don't think they're better than Seattle. I think San Francisco, if they figure it out, they're still better. And was it Las Vegas? Like, they're still in a situation where it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, where's Kyler Murray after year 2? Where would y'all say Kyler Murray is in the ranking of quarterbacks? Is he that 15 range?
I put him just like without seeing all the quarterbacks.
Right.
He's not somebody. He's somebody that I'm still excited about, but I don't fear him. I fear the talent around him.
Were you more excited about him after his rookie year?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also not him. I still don't believe in his coach.
Yeah, Kingsbury.
But like when I look at, who they got to go up against, I mean, I'm not mad at him. But I just assumed that with his age and like he really wants to go play for a contender. Not saying Jacksonville is, but if that's the case, Jacksonville, shoot, we could have got better.
You're right about that though, because the West is loaded. Seahawks, Rams, and 49ers. I mean, don't let 6 and 10 fool you. The 49ers are still loaded.
Right.
They just had injuries.
Let's put it like this. J.J. Watt comes here. Jacksonville finds now Clausen or whatever, the Claw kid. Now he steps up. Yeah.
Le'Veon Chase.
Whatever his name is. I'll learn his name. I'll learn his name when he does something.
Casey Clausen.
Okay. I'm with that.
We're just gonna go with that.
Yeah, we'll just call that. Sounds like that. That's a familiar name. That was the quarterback, right?
Yeah, I think for Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was Casey?
Our defense has some pieces that he can make. He can fill in that Calais.
Why do I think it was Jimmy?
It wasn't Jimmy Clausen.
Yeah,
he
his
went to
brother.
Jimmy was supposed to be like the greatest quarterback prospect coming out of high school.
Okay.
He was around my time. His brother was
Casey.
Was a few years before me.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
But now I'm just thinking again. Whatever. Get your bread. And he's a great ambassador. He's one of those guys that goes to a city, he's going to do something like what he did for the hurricane relief, raising I think like $43 million. What he's done for his own community where he's from. He's a good guy.
Well, you said this. They had a chance to right the wrong when they got rid of Calais.
Right.
You bring in JJ, it's kind of the same thing a little bit.
More injuries, but I think he's
But I don't think I don't know. I'm still kind of bullish on Arizona. I still believe in Kyler Murray. I still think Kyler Murray at some point is going to have a year that is like MVP candidate discussion. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but you've got D-Hop out there.
Mm-hmm.
The offense wasn't the issue. They scored 410 points this year.
Oh wow.
The offense wasn't the issue. So I don't know. I when I heard it today, it was funny. We were in the facility and there were some NFL guys in there, and the news broke, and one of them said the same thing. One of them was like, "Really, Arizona?" And the one that was saying it is a free agent. And I said, "So Arizona calls you next week. Does this make you want to go?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess it does."
Well, I'll say this: looking at his stats, he he got this. It didn't really change as much, but he was sacked. Like it went down by 21. He was sacked 48 times his rookie year. He sacked 27 last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps. He almost threw. He was just shy of 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So the same amount of interceptions.
What's his rushing yardage?
800 plus.
It's a pretty dang good year, man.
819, right. 11 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's a pretty good year.
Yeah.
He's right outside the top 10 probably in quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. I think.
Would you rather have him or Lamar?
Kyler.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt. He is one of the quarterbacks, and Lamar's a little bit like this, but for some reason, Kyler Murray's more so to me. If their game is on TV, I'm going to watch it because of him. He's one of the more exciting players to watch in the NFL. Like, I can't name many of those guys where I don't have a rooting interest in the game. And
Taylor Heineke.
Right. And there's 3 games on, and it's like, okay, I'm going to watch it because of this. He is that guy. He's a blast to watch.
Probably the most fun, him or Lamar, in the league.
I didn't realize Kyler has thrown for more yards than Lamar already.
Has he?
Like
what, in his career?
Yeah. Lamar went down by 400 yards. Lamar threw for 2,757 yards, 26, same amount of touchdowns. Actually 3 less interceptions.
I feel like Lamar's got a little bit of Blake Bortles in him.
Completion percentage is 64.
Here's what I mean by that. We used to read off these Blake Bortles stats, but we also knew what we were seeing. I feel like Lamar's a little bit that way. Like,
I don't know.
The rushing stats, yes, and they're fun to watch and they're electric and all that kind of stuff, and he's way better than Blake in that. I don't know that he's any better of a thrower than Blake is. He just maybe throws a better spiral.
We saw the really, really bad throws and stuff, but we also seen a lot of drops, and it could be because the ball isn't catchable. But he also doesn't have a D-hop. Like, that's the thing. Like, because there was, and the only reason I know that I have the Lamar stats in my head is because there was a meme, and I put it on the sportsden page.
Did you really ask that question?
When you put the numbers up,
man, come on.
Did
you see this? Did you see what he put on the sportsden page?
Hold on.
No.
The number, just the raw stats aren't that far off. Total.
He asked, who would you rather have, Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes?
I said when you look at time out, but before you say that, when you look at completion percentage,
I know my
when you look
answer.
at all those stuff, but now I had to throw in something else. When you look at and possibly the best tight end in the league, one of the best wide receivers in the league, a great running back, and him, you have what weapons on Baltimore would you trade?
Man,
and
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying Pat.
Kelsey
I'm not saying
existed before Patrick Mahomes for a long time.
That's
he
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
the best tight end in the league.
He's been good the whole. He didn't just get good these last 3 years.
I don't
He
care.
was
He's
not even
exponentially
close
been better.
to the best
He's been
tight end.
exponentially.
I don't care if
better.
Lamar is putting those numbers up with the semi-pro team.
It's more of a thoughtful conversation.
No, it's not.
When you
Because
look at
nobody would choose Lamar. It's not a
I'm
thoughtful
saying
conversation.
nobody would choose Lamar just because of this. But when you go back and how we judge people based on stats, the stats aren't as far off as you would just. I honestly, when I looked at that, I was like, it's got to be wrong. I figured Pat Mahomes' completion percentage was going to be exponentially better.
But one is throwing like consistently deep and middle range passes. The other one is Lamar Jackson.
Because you're right. Who on the Ravens are you taking at wide receiver? I've seen guys
Hollywood,
drop.
like that dude can get it.
He can, but he also
don't
drops
know anything about.
Remember
like,
Hollywood? They were talking about you need to change your name from
to
Hollywood.
this.
I know who I'm taking every day is Cheetah.
I'm talking about the quarterbacks.
No. I'm taking Pat all day.
If there is a single person that looks at that and goes,
no, I think what it was when I saw it, it's just a bunch of people say, "Oh, I didn't know Lamar was that." It was more so the conversation was stemming about Baltimore.
The conversation
paying him.
really is stats don't mean a damn thing.
Now that's true.
That's what this little
that
chart
is very
shows.
true too. But it's saying with Baltimore is. I don't know how much Lamar actually wants with this contract extension. He shouldn't want Pat money. You need to chill out on that.
He should get like Dak money.
Who?
Whatever Dak
Lamar?
gets, give it to Lamar.
I agree with that.
They're both equal in my book. They're
I'd
both
give
going to
Dak
give you the
more.
same chance to win a game.
That's okay. I can go with you
Different
there.
ways.
Different ways. Yeah. So who out of everybody we just talked about, where does Kyler Murray fit in that? Dak, Lamar, is he ahead
His
though?
ceiling is way higher than Lamar's.
I'll give you that.
But right now
the
he's
ceiling
probably
is higher because he's a little closer to the ground as well.
That's the truth.
We got to take a break before we get too far behind. Let's take a break. When we come back, what did we
Let's talk about college.
What are we talking about? College? What
Talk
happened?
about
Well, we have to talk
big-time
about the
recruiting.
Gators and their transfer portal woes.
We got more woes?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
You talking about the tight end?
Yeah, that's big
Oh,
news.
yeah, let's get into
That's
that.
big news.
Yeah, let's get into that for sure. I don't know how much we can actually say, but we'll get in.
I'm saying.
All right, we'll get into that coming up next.
If you can't make it to the players,
Control has been impeccable today.
let 1010XL bring the players to you with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard Updates. Brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf, J. David Tax Law, and McKeever Clinic on 1010XL.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
I'm Nathan. My job gave me a lot. It gave me an income to support my family. It gave me purpose and pride. But the secondhand smoke there triggered my severe asthma attacks, infections, and lung damage. And I never smoked. It was so bad that my doctor told me I shouldn't work there anymore. I had to quit my job. But the damage was done. Now I'm so sick, I can't do much of anything I used to love to do. I don't referee youth basketball anymore. I don't run or lift weights. It's too much for my body to take. Instead, I'm taking breathing treatments or oxygen. I guess you could say my job gave me a lot. So let me give you a tip. Don't let people tell you that working around secondhand smoke is safe.
Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com to quit your way. Developed by CDC.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 1st, 1969, Yankees legend Mickey Mantle would retire from the game of baseball. In his 18 years in New York, he would win 7 World Series championships.
How cold is it in outer space? The answer next.
Take the time to protect your home now and into 2021 by comparing your current homeowner's insurance with Southern Oak. We may be able to save you money.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Space is at an average temperature of 2.7 Kelvin, which is about minus 455 degrees Fahrenheit.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, Florida's getaway destination, is playing your song. Come discover your rhythm safely with our industry-leading safe and sound program, including stringent sanitary protocols like face masks, temperature checks, and consistent cleaning and sanitizing throughout the casino, and more space for you to stay, play, and dine. When you're ready for good, clean fun, come to Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Skip the bull and focus on the one thing that matters: generating real, qualified leads for your business. It's no secret your company's website and how you promote it online drives business growth. At Beeson 4, we simply help companies like yours attract new business. Let us prove it to you. Go to beeson4.com for your free digital audit and learn how to unlock your total online lead generation potential. Visit BESON4.com.
Golfers, tee it up this year at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with the hottest new arrivals from Ping. Introducing the new Ping G425 series. The G425 drivers have the highest MOI and is the most forgiving driver in golf. Increase your swing and ball speed with proven Ping innovations with 3 models to fit all golfers. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
I'm over here promoting like college stuff. I'm so out of it today. I didn't have my prescription for my sleeping pills right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought you was on some other stuff.
So it ran out yesterday. So I didn't have it last night. According to my Whoop, my little watch thing, I got just over an hour of sleep last night. But it was like in 15-minute increments. Today feels like Wednesday. Yeah.
An hour of sleep in 15-minute increments.
It was one of those where I fell asleep.
Is this a nightly thing?
If I don't take this medicine. I fell asleep at like 11, right? And I woke up and I was like, okay, it's probably 3 or 4 in the morning. I rolled over, it was like 11:20. And then I just did that a couple more times throughout the night. Maybe something you talk to a doctor about. But
I know I got just the thing. I'll talk to you about it off air.
Blue Dream.
Dr. Swanson, what's going on, my man?
Not much. How you guys doing?
We're
I
good.
can't help you with that sleep problem, but what was your recovery last night on your Whoop?
Not good. 17%.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'll hurt.
Yeah, 17%.
I was 57% last night. I almost got in the green.
Yeah, nope. 17%.
But what do you do say it's a bad recovery or whatever you just said. What do you do? Do you just like know that, oh, I'm recovering terribly, or do you do something to change it? And what can
You're
you do
supposed
to
to
change it?
rest. You're supposed to rest. But like today, I went and trained this morning, and I looked at the app, and it was already telling me, okay, you've gone past your maximum strain for the day based on your recovery last night. This thing calculates everything.
Just by being around your wrist, it knows all that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. But my month report was great last month, Doc. It's good stuff. Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. This is the third time in 7 days we've had Doc on. You've seen the I guess updates of Tiger Woods. Is it all seem like it's going as planned, or is there anything that we aren't aware of that you are that we need to know about?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that kind of changes anything that we didn't talk about previously. I mean, it seems like he got moved to a different hospital. Number of different reasons. I never saw exactly why that happened, but I don't think that's anything alarming. And it sounds like he's just moving along through that slow process.
When we talked to you last Wednesday, we talked. You mentioned that he was at some point going to get moved. Were you surprised by how quickly it happened?
No, I mean he just moved to a different hospital in LA. Again, once he's stable, there's no reason that he couldn't make an easy move like that across town. I don't think he's going to be coming back to Florida anytime real soon.
How do they move Tiger Woods? Does Tiger Woods get different treatment when being moved from hospital to hospital?
I
than
hope.
somebody else. I do too. I mean, do we have like a police escort? Do
Oh,
we
yeah.
have? I mean,
Do they carry him on a throne?
Huh?
Chopper. No need for a police escort. Helicopter onto another high-end hospital.
What do you think, Doc? How'd they do it?
I don't know how close those two hospitals are. It could have been an ambulance. If in LA, they can't be that far apart. I don't know exactly how close. Either helicopter or ambulance.
Let me tell you something. If they put Tiger Woods in a regular old ambulance,
It was a stretch.
Stretch ambulance.
Stretch black.
Rims.
Dark tinted
Yeah,
windows.
definitely rims.
Rolling on 22s.
Spinners, spree wells.
Spree wells.
Throw it back.
By the way, is that not cool anymore? I mean,
It's-
you
hasn't-
certainly don't see those
Hasn't been
anymore.
cool since like 2000.
Boy, that is a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah,
So
wow.
iconic. Choking coaches.
That's digging deep.
Classic.
Doc, I want to see you rocking spree wells pulling up to the hospital.
215s in the back.
That would be
Spinners.
awesome.
Yeah, what happened to that? It was such a great time when people had music.
I did. I used to have 215s in the back of my Camry.
You had 15s?
Dude, I was
In a box?
bumping.
In a
Yes.
box? Okay, good. Okay.
You
We had-
think you just had 'em laying?
there were people who just had
Really?
60s in there. The box helps control it a
Right.
little bit more. They were just trunk rattling, all that stuff.
Oh,
No
my
highs,
trunk
no
rattled,
lows.
but I liked it like that.
Oh.
But
Doc,
That
listen-
was when rap music was actually good, Doc.
gangster.
yeah, back in the day.
90s.
JJ brought up an interesting thing at the break. Have you been paying attention to this Keontae Johnson stuff?
No.
So they're saying now, and I don't know who they are. I've just heard it as well.
They
as
always
JJ
sounds
did.
good sources.
Yeah, sources say that it is possible he could return next year. Is that surprising or no?
I never saw them. Has he or anyone in his family or doctors or anyone said exactly what happened?
No, that's a good point.
No, we just
The only thing that they've said is it was not COVID related. Because remember, at
that's
first
all
there was
all
that.
I heard. Right. All I heard was that it wasn't COVID, which I mean that's great, but that leaves a pretty broad spectrum of things that could have caused that. So I think it's hard to say whether he can come back and play. When you watch that live, you would think there was no way he could ever come back and play again. But I guess until you actually know what his diagnosis is, that it's kind of hard to say whether that's actually reasonable or not.
Yeah, that's interesting because it did kind of the story did kind of go away once he got cleared and he was back out and around the program.
So what did happen? Just so we can refresh everybody's memory. Did he have was it a
They-
heart attack, a stroke, or what
That's
just
what we're
caused
saying.
him-
We don't know.
All they did was say that a few weeks ago they came out and said it wasn't related to COVID in any way.
And that's really the only update we've ever had,
So,
right?
like, even if it's not related to COVID, they should still know what happened to his body.
I
right,
would
Doc?
feel better if I were him if it was related to COVID.
Well, no, I'm saying,
Right.
like,
That'd be like an easy thing, right? Oh, I had COVID, had a complication. It's over. I don't have COVID anymore. I'm coming back.
Yeah, I can't imagine going back on a basketball court if I don't know what happened the last time I went on one.
I blacked out and I fell on my face.
Right.
And nobody knows why, but I'm going to go hoop again. Like, I would be terrified of a rim. I would have PTSD.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't remember seeing anything, again, about any type of a diagnosis.
No, the school has not disclosed this diagnosis and hasn't said what caused him to collapse. So what if it's not even heart related? Like, might not even be a big deal.
Blacking out, falling on your face, and having people pray, and like you don't wake up in the gym.
Okay, but what if he
Right.
just passed out
say
and then
having
the
people pray?
fall?
Yeah, people praying. Like,
You know, like what if he just passed out normally from, I don't know, being overheated, whatever, and then fell and hit his head, and that the head hitting the ground
Well, I am seeing
was
something.
the worst part. Maybe it had nothing to do with his
Like
heart.
him just falling.
I am
Yeah.
seeing something from February that, and I don't know if this is true or not. It said that several days after the incident, Johnson had been diagnosed with acute myocarditis. Does that tell you anything?
No, I mean, so myocarditis is just inflammation of the heart or the muscle of the heart. But again, what's interesting about that is that is one of the things they've been seeing down the stream after COVID infections is myocarditis or inflammation of the heart. So there's a lot of different things that can cause that. I mean, any kind of virus can cause it. So that's still kind of non-specific.
So with acute myocarditis, like obviously doesn't have to. You don't have to have COVID to get that. Yeah, that could happen with other stuff. Are you
It
hooping
could be
again?
the flu virus, even though the flu didn't exist this year, but it could.
Whoa! Don't bring that conspiracy stuff on our show. Doc.
When a normal person gets acute myocarditis, do they go back to the YMCA and hoop in the Wiley?
Not for a long time, because you can get pretty severe shortness of breath, chest pain. It can lead to abnormal heartbeats, but it does resolve most of the time. So once it's completely resolved, I think you potentially could get back to athletics. But again, for me, I'd want to know why, like what caused that.
Yeah. Yeah, because the sad thing for him is he's gonna have to be really good to get paid at this now. Because there's NBA teams that's gonna have a whole binder full of questions, health questions, before they spend the NBA is only 2 rounds, right?
They wouldn't even let Chris Bosh, who was an all-star in the league already, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different, but still.
Remember that center from Baylor, and they never let him.
Brittany
play.
Griner. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I
that guy's
actually
name?
don't remember him. Doc, do you think J.J. Watt makes it through his contract without another serious injury?
A 2-year contract? No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
That's $23 million guaranteed. So who cares?
Is that what it is? 23?
Yeah.
Good for
He
JJ.
didn't get a serious injury last year,
He
which
just
was
wasn't
like
very
the first
good.
time in forever.
He just said bump it.
The last one was a chest pectoral tear,
Ouch.
October of 2019. And also in 2019, minor knee surgery to address a knee issue that bothered him throughout the season.
Doc, will you be going out to the Players Championship?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out at least for one day, either Saturday or Sunday. Check it out, hopefully.
Okay, this is where I'm going. This is why I asked. What's the chalet situation with Southeast Orthopedic?
Ooh, I have no idea.
What's
That's
a
the
chalet?
fancy stuff where they give food. And you
I
get
mean,
to
some
get
of
in
them
air
get
conditioner.
food. Yeah, yeah.
I honestly thought that you meant to say valet at first.
No.
You want those like it used to be like they used to was it the benefactor
I
used to
gotta
be
look
like
this
the
up.
elite. Then they started scaling it back, man.
No, the elite are the corporate ones.
Right, I got that
Yeah.
part. But benefactor used
So,
to
Doc,
get
we
me into
don't.
the
Are you
Turn
telling me
and a
we
bunch
don't
of other
have one?
places.
Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think Southeast has one. How
Everybody's
about
scaling
6
back.
Points? 6 Points so big
They can
now.
afford
6
it by
Points
now.
gotta have one.
All
6
these
points.
NFL quarterbacks.
6 Points does not have one. Nor will
How-
6
what's
Points
the-
ever have one.
What's the rule? What's their attendance policy? I don't even know that.
I don't know.
20%?
I don't know, but you got to wear a mask.
50%?
Oh, you do?
You do?
Yeah, dude. That's why I'm out.
I'm good. It's too hot.
Yep.
Man.
I'll wait till next year. Get rid of the mask thing. I'll be there every single day. But
Saturday
I ain't
put
doing
me
it.
on the JJ train.
I mean,
in terms of masks.
if I have
Oh,
but if I
I've
have a
heard about this.
chalet, I still have to wear a mask.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
you're
Okay, it
inside.
looks
Now
like
you
there'll
really
be
have to
about
wear a
20%.
Just walking around outside, you have to have a mask?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
This
wow.
is welcome to the rest of the country. We get
When
to just
we-
live all free and stuff down here, but
When I
this is
did
what
my
people are dealing with
food
every
drive
day.
on Saturday, and it was so hot, and I had my
Oof.
mask on, and I was I was so mad because I actually worked this time.
It should be a rule that if
Like,
you're
I was
if you're
dripping.
doing charitable stuff, you can't catch COVID.
Like, dude,
That is a rule. I
What a
think.
disrespectful
If-
disease or whatever it is.
bump COVID, I could have caught something because the inside of my mask was just water. I'm breathing in vapors. I was in there. I'm like, yo, I'm about to risk it all. Bump these people.
So it looks like 20% capacity.
Oh, get this. From a hospitality perspective, they have modified everything. So that means in hospitality zones, they will have open air venues. I don't know what that means, but
just drink.
Isn't it all open air? It's a golf course.
You're actually not allowed to drink or eat within 10 feet of the ropes, they said. Because, I don't know, I guess that's scientifically proven that you can give COVID that way.
and it says mask will be required and social distancing will be strongly encouraged.
They're going to have, they said, social distancing security walking around to make sure that, it's safe.
Wow.
Definitely not harassing you.
See,
just
on
to make
one
sure it's safe.
side, this is very intriguing to me because of the whole people thing. I don't like people. And so when I think about this big golf course with only 20% of the normal people there,
Yeah, it's kind of a good year to go.
right, it makes me want to go. But then I'm weighing out like what that mask is going to do to my face, like acne wise.
I don't want to wear the mask. Don't want to wear the mask.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting tired of the mask messing up my beard.
Yeah. Wow. I don't
As
know.
a non-bearded guy, I never even.
And I
thought
really
about it
was
like that.
counting on Doc on coming in clutch with the chalet for us.
He's like,
but-
we have a maskless chalet. It's gonna
Right.
be lit.
Ooh, that'd be. You can charge double for
Gonna be
that.
lit.
That sounds fancy. A maskless chalet.
Explain, JJ. Explain.
Sounds like an adult chicken wing establishment.
Yeah.
Right?
The maskless chalet.
I mean, adult chicken wing establishments have been
Starring
open
Alexis Texas.
this whole time, basically. Can we not get numbers from them?
Definitely haven't been closed.
We don't have
I
transmission
think it was
numbers from them?
August I was in one.
Oh. Doc, can we get a study done on that?
Yeah, I'm sure someone's working on that study diligently.
Are we missing anything, Doc, or were you ready to go to bed?
No injuries.
No.
No, we hit everything.
I just missed talking to you guys. I thought you just forgot about
it. Was honestly, I kind of did. I forgot it was Monday. I just completely forgot it was Monday because we talked to you. What was that? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday.
Wednesday. I think.
Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at.
That
right
is
now.
actually a perfect excuse for us forgetting, because it does feel like we just talked to you, because we sort of did just talk to you.
You know what it is, Doc? You forgot. Okay, we're gonna put it on you. It's your fault.
I think
And
you gotta dial up
we
some
accept your
recovery
apology, Doc.
Yes. It's okay. We'll get over it, Doc. I like how we played that.
Wow.
Dr. Chris Swanson. If you have a hurt knee or shoulder, that's the guy you go to. You getting some business from people saying they listen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a lot of loyal listeners starting to find their way in.
But we need them to be loyal customers.
That's what he's saying.
You don't.
Okay.
It's not a business where he would like it, but like if he gets repeat customers, that means he didn't do a really
that
good
means
job
you're
the first time.
sabotaging those legs.
All right.
It's not like you
different
don't get
body
a,
parts.
you don't get a punch card. Like,
I get a free sub.
What was the board game, like where you used to you would try to the doctor board game, like you would,
Oh yeah.
Operation.
yeah, it's not operation where you're like, all right, you got your shoulder, you got your brain, you got your right shoulder. You get a free ankle. You scheduled for a free ankle this week.
We did okay on your first knee. We'll do better on this one.
If you've got a knee or shoulder issue, though, Dr. Chris Swanson is the guy to call. Get to SE-Ortho. I cannot talk. SE-Ortho.com. That's where you go. SE-Ortho.com. They'll take care of you. Locations all over the city, the best in the business right here in Jacksonville. Doc, we appreciate you as always, man.
All right, guys, you have a good week.
All right, talk to you soon. 8 o'clock coming up next.
Take Jacksonville with you.
There's no place like home.
Listen to 1010XL away from home.
Oh, but anyway, Toto, we're home. Home.
Download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices.
First comes love. Then comes sparkle. And that's where Diamonds Direct comes in. Engagement ring shopping is so easy at Diamonds Direct. Step 1, choose your perfect diamond. At Diamonds Direct, you get access to one of the largest selections of certified diamonds in America, straight from the diamond cutters. Every shape, every size, everyone handpicked for brilliance. Step 2, choose your setting. Something unique, something that fits your style, your personality. Solitaire, halo, 3-stone, pave, channel set. And don't worry if you've seen it on Pinterest, we have it. From all the top designers in bridal jewelry. Step 3, relax. Your Diamonds Direct engagement ring comes with a free lifetime warranty. That's no charge ever for sizing, cleaning, and routine maintenance. And at every step along the way, you'll be treated with respect, with zero pressure by experts whose only goal is to make you happy. So you'll be all set for step 4, the most important one. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
The Players' Championships defining moments extend beyond the course. Northeast Florida is our home. We have a year-round commitment to our charity partners.
When the Players' Championship was canceled due to the onset of COVID-19, golf was the last thing any of us were concerned about. My family and I joined the Players Volunteer Leadership Team and TPC Sawgrass Chefs to package and load 22 tons of donated food into Feeding Northeast Florida trucks.
Learn more about our defining moments and how to follow the Players' Championship at theplayers.com.
If you are drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of the special IRS tax programs that are available and will free you from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardships consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and can't afford to pay them back, or you even have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to live in fear. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline. Do not take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even go after your Social Security check.
Call Community Tax today. 800-375-2621. To end your tax troubles, call now at 800-375-2621. Get a free consultation. Call 800-375-2621. That's 800-375-2621.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Osprey fans, Wednesday, March 10th is Giving Day at the University of North Florida. From athletics to scholarships, lend your support. No gift is too small. Swoop in and support the Ospreys. Visit givingday.unf.edu or call 620-1672. Low and slow makes it go at Woody's Barbecue. High-flying Jacko here, and whether you're feeding 1 or 1,000, Woody's Barbecue is always slow cooked.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Are you having difficulty paying your IRS personal or business taxes due to COVID-19? If you owe a tax debt, there has never been a better time than now to get a resolution. The IRS has rolled out historic tax debt removal guidelines under their Taxpayer Relief Initiative. This COVID-19 program provides opportunities to remove or lessen your tax burden that weren't previously available. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville and are experts at negotiating with the IRS. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. Never trust your tax situation to anyone that's not local to you. We've helped thousands of Floridians to overcome IRS and sales tax debt. Let us help you. Call J. David Tax Law today for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Forget the madness. This is March insanity. This month, Fenwick is offering a crazy deal. Buy a full heating and cooling system and get up to $1,800 off plus 0% interest and 0 payments for 12 months. Your new system will give you years of savings and comfort, backed by Fenwick's industry-leading 12-year worry-free guarantee. So call 800-999-1995 or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out. It's been a long weekend. A lot of things made you mad. I almost said the wrong word. This is the perfect vent. I can't say the word I was going to say. Anyways, it's the perfect time to vent. 8 o'clock. Brought to you each and every night by us. You know,
I have something to promote.
Okay, go ahead.
6 points. We're starting our group training back tomorrow night.
When's the kid? The
Tuesday.
Youth.
Oh, the youth is Sundays and Wednesdays, but we only got like a couple spots left in that.
I would not just want to bring.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but our middle school, high school groups, which we suspended when COVID started,
Okay.
starting back tomorrow night at UC. You can go to 6pointsjacks.com if you want to get involved with that. $155 a month.
It's not bad.
No.
One more thing I want to say. This is free game, and the only reason I'm promoting this, and this kind of ties into my 8 o'clock. I'm gonna give Bravos a shout out. I took my team after we won our championship. They got sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Bravos, dude, for like $50. If you're a dad and for whatever reason you're stranded with your kids for the day, and you want just to be able to let them wear their ass out, go. You getting pizza, all day bouncing, laser tag, Ultimate Ninja Warrior, and you can sit there in their TVs, and there's beer.
Bravos with a Z.
Yeah, sure.
Old St. Augustine
I don't know
Road.
exactly how to spell it. Just telling you, I found out about
It's
this.
Old St. Augustine Road?
Yeah, Phillips.
Oh, yeah, this looks like a kid's paradise, dude.
But don't get it twisted. It's actually got stuff for adults. That's what makes this dope. Chuck E. Cheese, you got to sit there. You got to smell them kids.
Chuck E. Cheese doesn't have bouncy stuff like
but they
this
got stuff
either.
that like elementary school kids can like. But they got beer now. I've partaked, and their pizza's okay.
I'm sorry. Chuck E. Cheese makes me just cuss
But what I'm
the
saying
whole
is
time.
it makes you like this one right here. You know they can run and vanish. You get you one spot, and you know there's cameras everywhere. Like you know they're in there somewhere. They ain't letting them out. They're in there somewhere. Go look for them when you want to.
I'll say this: Chuck E. Cheese's live performances, though,
they still have them?
Can't beat that.
They don't have them like that anymore.
What do you mean? The band doesn't play?
No, it's like a little TV thing. If I remember, it's not the electronic band like when we.
What?
Nah, they took that away, man. Honestly, if you go back and you look at
this country,
listen, I'm with you
Biden's
normally.
America.
JJ, I'm normally with you, right? But if you go back and you watch those videos now, that mess is creepy.
Oh, definitely.
It is really creepy
But as
to
a
look
kid,
at that
I loved
rat.
it.
But my 8 o'clock is this: is the overzealous parent.
Okay.
I'm in fear, and I hope that I have enough solid people in my life that I don't become this. Now, I'm starting to notice, but I don't want to notice.
Okay.
And I definitely don't want to be this bad in 2 years. If I'm this bad in 2 years, then you have free reign to find me and slap me. I'm giving you this right now.
Like
Today,
open hand Scott slap?
Whatever fists.
Can I have Scott slap you?
Scott can slap me. Yeah.
Okay.
Scott, if you're listening, you too. Find me, slap me, tell me I've lost my day.
What about that one producer you had that you slapped him? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name?
The
He's a
wrestler. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. But anyways, so not to bury lead. Here's the reason why. I'm already tired of 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-olds releasing lists talking about where they're going to school. I'm okay with top fives. Maybe a top 10. Okay, top 10, fine. People like top 10s because it's confusing. Making a college choice.
Anything over 5 is too many.
But these like top 20, and no, you're just listing offers at this point. But even then, there's at least an end goal. We know you're more than likely good enough to play in college. Now the new trend has been middle schoolers committing
this is pathetic
to high school.
Yeah, this is pathetic. Yeah.
That's not my gripe.
Yes, I already know. I saw this.
My gripe is a 9-year-old. Not only did the 9-year-old make an edit, some It's probably his dad. I hope you edit people have not dipped down to this level of lowness.
Hey, $40.
Facts. But
You're gonna
come
make
on,
the
man.
edit.
You're facts. You know what? You're right. You're right.
It's for my resume.
There's a 9-year-old. What's his name? You got it right here.
Don't give that. Don't
Okay, whatever. There's a 9-year-old.
give him that.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff for my friend.
This 9-year-old has committed to Grayson High School in the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm. 9 years old.
9
My
years
son's
old.
age.
2 years older than Trey.
Mm-hmm.
This is like me saying, well, stating obvious, especially if we live in the same area. Trey is committed to Atlantic Coast High School.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get excited, Mike. I know you've seen the videos. It's not happening right now. Like, we're going to weigh our options. But
whoever gives the most McDonald's.
Right. Like, after I seen somebody getting $2,500 for their kid, trust me, somebody's greasing, like somebody's looking me up. But he's 7. He might stink in 2 years. I don't know. Like, I don't know where he's going to grow at. But that's not even the worst part about this father. But and he's black, and I love black dads. I appreciate you, King. Be in your kid's life, but be a positive influence. Teach him more than just football. There is an attachment to the tweet. And Max Preps, you're sick for promoting this. They did a freaking motivational video. You want to, and it sounded like the hood rag thing with hood rag friends, that kid.
Fun to do bad things.
You want to know why I'm the hardest working 9-year-old in America?
Oh, no.
No way. Then they showed this thing that I pray somebody from the Department of Children and Families comes and at least reprimands it. Don't take him because he's active, but at least corrects him.
A warning.
He's taken a fresh bag, like not even not the shield, the bag that you step over.
Mm-hmm.
Like that you do drills. And this kid is just running. Whop! Hit him in the leg. Like full grown man.
Yeah.
Like a Louisville slugger. Full centrifugal force. Bop! Right into his leg. A kid who's not 9 at the time. He's probably 6.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Trey's age. I would do this if somebody just hit me with this. Leg buckles. Normal father. Oh, are you okay, son? Did I go a little bit too hard? Okay, normal father doesn't do this drill, but normal father at least checks on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you do that. You got to embrace the hit. Don't you let your leg buckle. Hits him again. The kid buckles. Stop being a chump. Don't you let your leg buckle. Embrace. Lead into the hit. And then I'm thinking, in all my years of training, one, if anybody hits me like that, we're fighting. But 2, Billy Sexton was a damn good position coach. A lot of guys went to the NFL. He never hit me, and he always taught us run where they ain't. Mm-hmm. He never said lean into the hit,
especially at the leg.
In the leg,
how do you lean into a leg hit?
I don't know, but the kid after like the 5th time of being abused by his father, I guess learned. It just did what he needed to do.
He ran away from home.
Max, yeah. I'm watching all
he committed
of this.
to Grayson High School even though he lives in a different state.
I'm watching all of these videos, and I'm not thinking, man, this is great father-son bonding moments. I'm thinking if somebody saw me in my neighborhood doing this to my son, they're going to call JSO, especially with me yelling at him like he's a grown-ass man. He's 9. He's 9 years old. He doesn't – Trey – had the last couple weeks, he has warmed my cold heart. He has come in there. He's like, Dad, I want to play in the NFL. I want to know what I need to do. When I sent you the message after our last show, he's like, I want to be a good quarterback. I want to try. What do I need? I need to get with Mr. Denny. He's doing 60 push-ups, and nobody's like, I'm cool for that. But there's one thing as a dad who's been there before, you won't see me do. He's 7 years old. The boy likes Fortnite too much.
Yep.
But I'm going to let him play Fortnite. He wants to talk to his friends. He was just playing Beyblade or whatever these little kid games are. He was 2 years ago. He was watching My Little Pony for some reason. He gave me a really good reason, and I let him watch it because there was a football player. Okay. He was like, Dad, I'm a football player, and there are girls in the stands.
Oh.
And I was like, if that's what My Little Pony is showing you, son, you go watch you watch it. I don't care. But I wasn't. I'm like, let's be a kid. Let them flourish. Like you're sitting here making them do combine drills at 9.
So see, it's
and
so funny,
committed to
man.
a college at 9.
Because I'm like you. I'm the dad that sits the furthest away from the field. Like I'm the dad that's like, "Are you sure you want to play football?"
Facts.
Right?
That's because you're around these dads all day.
It probably is.
But my son ain't got to run out of the hood. I am the guy. I'm telling you this right now. If my son ever does like that, I'm good and I want to rap and he does a YouTube thing, I swear to God, if he ever says my daddy wasn't there or I came from the bottom, I'm slapping him on sight.
You got receipts.
That's when I'm going to hit him like the 9-year-old's dad hit him. Because I know how hard this dad works and I know where I'm at. Shout out to my I9 team. No disrespect, like them kids. But I tell you what I don't want to be doing on a Saturday morning when ain't no football and I'm actually not having to work on weekends is to be in the heat, running around chasing kids, yelling at them because they don't want to play games. They're playing games, they're playing with their food in the first half. And I have to get them in the second half. And that's when we start blowing them out. I was so mad.
And you had to buy snacks.
I was so mad. No, my parents are good.
Oh, okay.
You take turns with it.
Have you ever seen Trophy Kids? It's a documentary that used to be on HBO all the time.
I don't want to see it.
There was a particular dad who, it's funny when you see these guys because they're like, even if I don't have a son, I'm still going to project all my BS on my poor daughter. So like he has this young ass daughter who he forces into golf and he's screaming at his 6-year-old girl on the golf course.
Now, I can't say that I'm not competitive and I'm not like yelling at them to like, because I need them to be like, I'm yelling because I'm here. Like that's what, like when I'm coaching, I tell the parents from jump, if I'm here, we're gonna win. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it excellent. That doesn't mean they have to be great, but they need to give me 100% of their effort. Because that's just how my mama was. That's how my mama raised me. We're gonna give that. But as far as sitting here like committing to high schools and
crazy
and talk about my son could there. I tell him I don't even know what height he's gonna be. If he could be 5 foot,
right?
I pray he's not. But if he's 5 foot, it doesn't matter how good he is at 7 or 9, 8 or 9. Like you're weird. If you're that dad, I'm here to tell you you're weird, and your kid is going to turn on you eventually. They're going to burn out, and your hopes and aspirations because you were a loser in life is not going to go through that kid. Let that kid make that choice. Give them everything they need to be successful, but don't force them to act like they're a freaking pro guy at a young age. I was blessed. My mom didn't even know I was good. My dad wasn't there. I'm grateful for that because he probably would have been beating me too. But
we've done this before, though, James. I do take up from this aspect. Like I do think parents these days, we didn't have all this specialized training stuff. Like 100% of the parents that bring their kids to me are doing so because they want to give them the best chance at success. Like, and they can afford to do it. Right. That's cool. Then there's like a 5% of the parents who go overboard. 95% of the parents are perfect. Great. It's the 5% that's bat crap crazy.
And this is crazy. But I will say that I did learn something on Sunday because Sunday was the first time I had my beach chair. I just sat down, I watched, and I learned something. Talking about coaches is contagious. And it's actually therapeutic, kind of. I actually sat down. I was with some parents. I was like, "Oh, so this is what you guys do when people are out there actually coaching your kid." My son went to Ponte Vedra, went to Landrum High School. There was a free camp. Todd Fordham, Jason Babin, bunch of former NFL guys were out there running kids through drills. I was watching the speed and agility work drill. I wasn't those guys. The football stuff. Hey, have fun. I was watching my craft, and I was just like, "Yo, I don't really care."
So you became that guy.
I was that guy.
Oh, wow.
I was that guy. Ironically, I was that guy with my lacrosse friend, Tom West, and my boy, Mark. And I was like, oh, so this is what parents do? This is what parents do to y'all, huh? He's like, yeah, it's contagious. And I was just like, all right, cool. But I'm not that guy. I was proud because I was watching my son do drills. But I wasn't over there like, yo, you got second place, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Ripping him up.
Like, dude, I'm not finna. I didn't drive all the way out here to Ponte Vedra for you to get second place.
No
a bunch
Capri
of 10-year-olds.
Suns.
What's wrong with you? But nah, that was
how we went.
You get water. The rest get Capri Sun.
Water
out the fountain, out the water hose.
You better go to the bathroom. There's a toilet in there. If it's good enough for the dog, it's good enough for you.
I'll tell you though, artisan water. What's wrong with you? That's artisan water's for winners.
Let me give you a contrast though, because here's the way to be what I think is a really good parent. This is news that just came out 4 hours ago. You ever heard of Ann Herbert? Okay, Ann Herbert is a Nike executive.
Oh,
forced to resign.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, her resignation is effective today because what she was doing for her kid
No.
is she was getting him high-end shoes for his website to turn around and resell.
I hate him. I hate him.
You hate him?
Yeah, because it's bigger than that. This
Okay.
man just bought a bigger warehouse to store all the shoes, and they had a picture of it. And you know what it was? It was a stockpile of all our favorite shoes.
Mhm.
They're the reasons why StockX and all the prices of the shoes go up because of people like Ann.
West Coast Streetwear is the name of his company.
Like
Yes.
I can't get a pair of Dunks that are $100 that I will actually wear because Ann gives him 100 pair of them, and then he skyrockets the price up to $1,200. $100 shoe gets jacked up to $1,200 because of people like Ann and her kind.
Ann Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
You and your son
bots.
Justin.
So I gotta sit here. I gotta
It's
sit
actually
here and
Joe.
compete with Ann and robots. I can't get my kid any play because of guys like this 9-year-old that's committed to Grayson, and then I can't like take my frustration out and buy shoes that I want because Ann is over here spoiling her kid.
I mean,
But I ain't gonna lie. I say all that to say, but if I had that
if
opportunity,
Ann was your mom,
if Ann was my mom, I would take advantage of it. I would
I
definitely.
mean, how big is his company?
It's pretty large, man. I'll show you the.
What do you think
the
you
picture.
think he's spazzing out now that his
Oh, he hasn't been seen in 2 days.
He's
Since they
19.
got caught.
He's 19?
The report revealed he had used a credit card in Ann's name to purchase sneakers for his resale business. It says he spent more than $100K on the card to buy limited edition shoes and flip them for a profit.
He probably made $250K off of that.
It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, because like that whole game.
I say that, and I'm this one is out of jealousy.
That game seems risky to me.
And couldn't
Yeah.
be reached for comment.
If you're legit and people know your shoes are good, you're in a good space. Now I don't know when it's gonna all taper out. Eventually it's gonna like run its course.
Because my 8 o'clock last week and yours too is our bank.
Oh, dude.
Because they wouldn't let us put our credit card on the Adidas website to get the Yeezys. So Sunday I went to StockX. They were like $18 over retail.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
So this says
That's basically the tax.
James just said, Joe Herbert, the son, used bots to purchase the most sought after sneakers after they were released online.
So what did she
Oh, if
do
he
for
used
him?
bots, then he did it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, he used her money to do that, but they're also claiming that there was discounts from Nike because of her.
Well, I mean,
Steep
I'm
discounts?
assuming that every employee gets discounts.
Yeah,
Dude, I used to have one of my best friends worked at
that's a good friend.
yeah, worked at Foot Locker / whatever the other one that also owns Foot Locker, but they're
Champs,
both
was
in the mall. No,
Foot Action.
Foot Action, I
Oh.
think. Yeah. He gave me the manager discount whenever I wanted shoes. It was 50% off. I'm not exaggerating.
Mm.
It was the greatest like a year and a half of my life.
That's what we need.
I got a friend, but the problem is that store is not cool anymore. They don't get all the good stuff. Like
so
that.
so
I'm not
even
gonna put
these
'em out there.
stores in the mall don't get the cool shoes.
Well, each store gets like their own.
I'm so out of the
line,
game.
Yeah, like it,
So
yeah.
Foot Action and Foot Locker get different kind of.
They won't have the same things
Not
as
what I
like
want.
Dick's will have, or that.
Really?
Yeah, Finish Line. Finish Line seems to get some
Finish
good
Line,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got to take a break.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. We'll come back. What do we want to get into now?
We got Leonard Hamilton. We also.
Oh, we still got to get the college stuff. Yeah, we never got to that.
Let's get to college then.
All right, Leonard Hamilton.
Oh,
as
and
well.
LSU. Yeah, that kid.
Oh yeah, that too. We'll be right back.
Congratulations to The Drill. Voted 19th best sports talk morning show of 2020. Why didn't we do this sooner? Dan Hick and Jeff Prosser and Beef, the UCF of sports radio. Mornings on 1010XL.
That's the best you can do.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so badly, he ended up in the emergency room and spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is don't be shy about telling people not to smoke around your kids.
Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com to quit your way. Developed by CDC.
This is the biggest PGA Tour event we can win. It's huge for all of us. That's a long list of great players have won this event.
It's one of the toughest tests in golf with potentially the best field. If you win here, you can win anywhere.
This golf course tests every aspect of your game.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 11th through 14th. Can't join us at the event? We'll bring the Players' experience to you. Visit theplayers.com for information about how you can watch, follow, and engage with the players at home and throughout Northeast Florida.
Ocean Reef Pets now has a showroom that can actually show you how to build your own saltwater ecosystem. Tanks of all sizes on display to give you the ideas needed to build your own tank. Come sip a brew and learn from the best in the business. Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach.
At Zero Res, we clean carpets and tile, but we also clean sofas, recliners, kitchen chairs, patio furniture, and even the mattresses on your bed. For March, we are offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Frank Frangie here for Big Chief Tire. With a new surprise around every corner, this year has been stressful for everyone. When trouble with your vehicle becomes one of those surprises, the last thing you want is a pushy salesperson trying to upsell you on a service or product you don't need. Big Chief Tire understands your priority is to avoid stress and save money. That's why it's their priority too. Schedule an appointment with their trusted team of experts at any of their 4 locations across Jacksonville. Visit BigChiefService.com today.
The official opening of Details Barbershop in Jacks Beach is now through next Saturday the 13th. Come in for a cut and a chance to win a new PlayStation 5. You heard that right. A PlayStation 5 plus additional prizes from other local businesses. Drawing takes place next Saturday at 5 on Instagram Live. Search Details with a Z Barbershop Jacks Beach. Call 853-5187. 853-5187. Walk-ins welcome.
All Pro Leon Searcy here. Spring season is here, and seeing those green yards and fields is the encouragement you need to visit Coastal Equipment, your Kubota dealer. The only Kubota superstore in North Florida. Check out the full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. They also carry a full line of tractors and construction implements. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment.
Your North Florida Kubota superstore. Kubota.
Get Players swag. Text Players to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win a $25 gift card to use at the fan shop of the Players Championship. Open to the public Friday the 5th through Sunday the 7th.
Claude Nolan Cadillac respects your time and strives to make every visit a pleasure. Customers come back because you're not just a customer, you're part of the family. Don't forget about their service department with 10 master technicians. The only Cadillac dealership in the area with a body shop and can fix any make or model. Claude Nolan Cadillac, Jacksonville's Cadillac dealer for 116 years. Near the town center off JTB on Southside Boulevard and Gate Parkway. Begin your lasting relationship at Claude Nolan Cadillac.
I'm John Haney, owner of Clearwater Irrigation. Can you believe the average homeowner spends over 5 hours a week of their valuable time pulling hoses? Then there are those who own a sprinkler system that makes no sense at all. It sprays here and there, but nowhere where you need it. Call us at Clearwater Irrigation and we'll design a system that makes sense to you.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
one good story though in MFTK history. Did you know there was a basketball coach that beat a team 162-2?
I saw you share that day. That's old
That's
story,
old.
right?
That's
It
what I'm
didn't
saying.
happen
Old.
again.
Remember
No, it
they
didn't
had to
happen
go
again.
on like Good Morning America and
Yeah.
apologize.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was pathetic.
I'm-
He got fired.
What?
Yeah, there was a coach. It might not be the exact same story, but there was a coach who beat the brakes. It was women's high school,
I am
and he
so
beat the brakes
inspired.
off them, and they fired his ass.
I am so with Reball. The history of like Reball girls basketball used to do this to people all the time. Like,
not 162-2.
Here's the thing, man. I think I'm gonna have.
Why'd
12
they let him
kids
score
on, my
on
team.
him though? That's
Yeah,
pathetic.
If I got 12 kids on my team, on my flag football team next year, they all want to play and they all want to score. If we do it within the reason and within the rules, and I'm not like having the same studs just score over and over again.
I think that was the problem, though.
Oh, he had the same guys.
I think if I remember the story right, he was like full court pressing. It was crazy stuff with like 3 minutes left, taking his timeouts, like all that kind of stuff. Be careful with what you say though, because on the Lifetime Enclosures text line 735 said, "Congratulations on your team winning. My granddaughter played on the other team."
Dude, they were dope. Which one was you? If there was the two girls were amazing. We got some good pictures too. If you want any of them, we had a guy come in and take pictures. Like that team played us for that first half. Like that's the best anybody's played us. And they got like this dude with long hair.
I'm sincere when I say this. I love how serious James is with this.
Because
I go to my kids' I-9 games and it's like, all right, how much longer we got?
I'm coaching. Like
I love it.
It's not about them. It's about the team that whooped our ass.
Mm.
Like it's only one team that's done it, and I'm waiting to see them, and I got to make sure my guys are prepared. It's not about them. It's about because that team beat us by 3 touchdowns, and I was mad.
Cody asked a good question earlier. Said, "How many years until you know if a wide receiver is a bust?" When we were talking about the draft, that's actually a good question.
Like because they can get like think about it. Like in today's society, like Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith would have been considered busts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's just a situation, and there's things that translate for your offensive system. So like you just gotta like if they ain't working, like if you're a coach and they've been there for 3-4 years and they're not giving it to you, you got.
Well, it also depends on when you were drafted. I mean, if you were in the first round, you better produce immediately.
True.
I was actually going to bring that up because I'm looking it up now. Matt Jones.
Legend.
I don't think his stats were awful, but it was the fact that he was that didn't help. He was a first round draft pick and a reach by the Jags. It was 21st draft pick.
It was the ugliest.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. His stats were terrible. They were terrible. Never mind.
Ugliest 40 I've ever seen in my life. It was fast.
His last year was his best year. He had 761 yards. So canceled that. It was bad. God, he only had 65 catches and 107 targets. Never mind. I take that back. He was terrible. Awful. I remember Matt Jones. Everybody was, okay, when are they going to do like 2 quarterbacks? When are they going to do a trick play back? Just failed to realize that he couldn't throw. He was never a quarterback. He played on an Arkansas team that was loaded at running back.
Remember when the NFL was doing the whole Wildcat, Tony Sperano?
Yeah, with
Cadillac.
Yeah. I mean,
how embarrassing.
Well, the RPO is a very similar thing.
But they literally had running backs.
Oh, I know. I know. The game's evolved. Maybe this is like the next. Remember we were messing around doing like those football education pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the next one should be like why RPOs and zone reads are so popular about, actually making it 11-11 on 11 football instead of 10 on 11.
What's the next thing?
We've said this. We've been consistent with this.
The NFL.
I think it's going to go back to 21 personnel, two running backs with a legitimate fullback and a tight end, a big old tight end, because everybody's drafting smaller, faster linebackers that if a good fullback gets up into their pads, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you're going to see it go back to that. But big play action passes.
Don't the trends usually go college first? So, we haven't seen any of that in college.
Yeah, I think it's harder to do that kind of stuff, though, in college because you've got 100 players. So you probably have a big linebacker. But in the NFL, when you're only dressing out 45, you can't change personnel. It is what it is. So, I I think we see it sooner rather than later.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because if you consistently, everybody talks about the fullback position is dead, but they don't use them that much. But KC has a fullback. I don't know if Tampa had one, but I know Baltimore has one. They were consistently the Niners. They were consistently talking about a lot of the teams that are good have a fullback, and they can. And it's really like I saw one person say, "Well, you don't need a fullback. You just need to get an undersized tight end." Like, okay, like a 6'1",
like it's that easy.
no, well, hold on, a 6'1", 235-pound tight end. You know what that is? A fullback. Like, I mean, people say stuff that sounds smart. And I'm like, you can teach a fullback
Well,
to put their hand on the ground.
until they, I'm going to say change the rules, but it's really enforce the rules. Nothing's changing because right now in the NFL and especially college game, they never call linemen downfield. And so the way all the linebackers came up being taught to run high hat, low hat, pass to run, whatever it is, has gone out the window. So now you can literally put the ball in the gut of the running back, and you can leave it there while your lineman goes 4 yards downfield and then pull it out and pass it.
You know what's funny is, like, as an uneducated viewer of the game, I even tweeted something out during last football season, and it was like, running the ball is not even going to be a thing in 5 years, like, at all. And you're saying the complete opposite.
Well,
I like that.
but if they don't change like little rules like that, and they're going to have to because offenses are they're going to get to where they're scoring 40 a game. If they don't change little rules like that, I don't think you're wrong. But I think they're going to have to at some point. I mean, you got receivers basically running free down across the middle now. You've got linemen 3 yards downfield. Why would you run the ball?
Yeah, you can't really. It is kind of unfair to be a DB at times.
Yeah, you get a flag thrown on you for nothing.
Yeah, it's
especially in the NFL where you put the flag or where you get the ball at the place of the pass interference.
Yeah, you don't like that rule, do you?
It's the worst. There's only one rule worse than that in sports, and it's when you fumble through the end zone.
Yeah,
and it's a touchback.
That one's
for
crazy.
the other team.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Even though they didn't even recover it.
I will say this though, I don't think 15 yards is enough of a punishment when I see a guy who got badly beaten.
I agree.
Just reach out and grab the receiver to prevent a touchdown. I do like the rule in that case.
I hate when it's like a 3rd and 18
and
you'll get a defensive holding 5 yards, but it's an automatic first down. They do that every single week.
I hate that.
All week.
I agree.
All weekend.
With what you said though, like but that's what they're taught. Like if you're beat, we rather pass interference than a touchdown.
Yeah.
But that defensive holding, like that,
because you could call it on any
that
play.
happened in the Super Bowl. That happened in the Super Bowl. It didn't completely change the complexity.
It was
of
an
the
interception,
game,
right? Brady threw a pick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it got called back.
Yeah, it got called back and gave him a first down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Eric Gilbert, the tight end who was at LSU last year, went to the transfer portal. The rumor was Tennessee or Georgia, right? Wasn't that the rumor? And then he ended up at Florida.
Right.
Well, kind of.
Well, Florida's where he committed to.
Right.
He wasn't enrolling into school until the summer.
Right. He never actually went to Florida, right?
No.
Or school.
Well, he's been in Florida.
Yeah, or school in general.
Is that the house of
period?
Was it the House of Athlete? I Am Athlete or whatever it is? But they do the podcast. It's actually a gym.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really a gym. I found that out.
By the way, the episode today.
The one where they were tearing up.
Yeah.
Up? Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff. Like I'm not even a podcast guy, but every Monday.
They brought my boy back.
I'm dialed in.
They brought Chanin back. I was wondering where he had been at.
Where was he?
No, they had been showing a bunch of clips, and he wasn't in the Cam Newton one.
Oh,
he wasn't in the car. I thought he was in
probably
trouble.
role playing with his chick.
That's what he likes.
Some
to do.
island somewhere.
Yeah. But no, if you haven't watched or listened to, I would say watch it.
Yeah,
do the YouTube thing.
Definitely better.
Fred Taylor's amazing on it. I've never wanted Fred Taylor as a guest, but I do now.
I've wanted Fred Taylor as a guest since he spoke his truth
about the top 25.
About the top 25 in Hall of Fame. I'm like, yo, I need Freddie. He sold me. I'm like, you're right. Freddie T doesn't get enough respect.
So I don't think Eric Gilbert was ever going to play at Florida, even if he wouldn't have said, "Hey, I'm not going to Florida."
Nope.
So and I mentioned this on the podcast last week with Gator Bites. So I do have receipts that I didn't think he was going to play there anyway.
Well,
are you taking an L if you're Florida with this? Not really, right?
Here's why you're taking an L, and this is where Dan Mullen has done this consistently,
Mm-hmm.
and it's starting to irk some people.
Okay.
He's consistently going after guys who don't qualify.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's not stop it. We've said this before. You uptight, uppity Florida fans. it's not the same qualifications for athletes that it is for regular students.
No.
This kid doesn't have a GPA.
No, literally.
Does not have a GPA.
Yes.
That's one. Two, it's like it's not just him. It's the first class that he brought. Was it the first class that he brought
was the
in?
first class.
Where I said on this show, it was going to be like 8 guys that didn't qualify. I got ridiculed, but boom, boom, boom. Right when it's all said and done, it was 8 guys that didn't show up. Like, you can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What's the Juan Black situation?
He's got he couldn't early enroll because he didn't pass one class.
So now
he's got to
bad
pass
for him, man.
Yes. I'll tell you why I don't. During the break, can't say it on there.
All right. When we come back, though, I do want to get into quick recruiting rankings because there's somebody in the top 10 that's notable. We'll get to that coming up next.
Hello, Jacksonville. GFL is a leading solid waste company, is now here to service your business in the Jacksonville area. GFL is known for its commitment to customer service, reliability, and efficiency, plus an unwavering focus on safety. Let GFL handle any solid waste removal for your commercial business. Just call 904-493-5615 for your quote today. In Jacksonville, start looking for those bright green trucks and containers. GFL, green for life.
If you're involved in a legal dispute, call me, Glenn Levine, a board-certified civil trial lawyer at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life. Office in Jacksonville.
Leon Searcy here, your lemon pepper guy. Wingstop is now open in Arlington on Monument, making your lunch break simple or satisfying your late-night crave with convenient online ordering. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original hot, garlic parm, and my favorite, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 8 locations in Jacks. So skip the wait, order your wings online at wingstop.com. Swing by to pick up at their brand new location in Arlington on Monument near McCormick.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
This is Coach Ellen Darley of Darley's Plumbing with a quick tip about the rules in NASCAR. Did you know that pit stops in the Cup Series can be completed in less than 12 seconds? The 6-man pit crew can change all 4 tires while dumping in about 18 gallons of gas. Now that's fast and efficient. When you need plumbing service that's both fast and efficient and won't leave your wallet in a wreck, call us at Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts. We're online at darleysplumbing.com. License number CFC 056702.
Are you ready to replace the windows in your home? Don't know which company to hire? Because they all say the same thing anyway? Made for Florida, built for Florida. This is the best window for your home. 30, 40, 50% off if you sign today. The culture of Kohler Homes is to offer options from all the Florida-approved manufacturers, not just one. Without the pressure sales of buy this window today. We'll provide an educating consultation, not a sales pitch, then pinpoint the best option no matter who the manufacturer is. Don't fall for the pressure sale and don't limit your options. Let the consultants at Kohler Homes of Jacksonville help you choose the right manufacturer. Kohler Homes, the right choice.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den. Wrapping up the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com to buy all of your cigars. Type in Sports Den, all lowercase, all one word when you check out, and you'll get 20% off. The way too early 2022 recruiting rankings. Not really way too early. It's March. It's early, but it's yeah.
I'm still nervous.
I'm
happy.
Top 10. The first thing that pops out at me is Alabama's not in it.
They were 50 this time last year.
Yeah. You just get used to seeing them. Of course, Georgia is going to be in it. Ohio State's going to be in it, and they are. It goes Ohio State, LSU, Georgia, Texas, Texas A&M, Penn State, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Florida State. Florida State with 2 5-star commits on the books right now.
Because this program is going back to the top.
Dang, are we going to get Motivation Monday back, you think?
He's been doing it. He's got clips, man. He's got some clips where he's been getting into them.
I mean, I will help them in the recruiting if it'll bring Motivation Monday back.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Right now, cooking with Crisco, man. And I don't know why.
I told you. I told y'all 2 weeks ago, man. I like what they're doing on the recruiting trail.
You know what I'm saying?
They're getting after it. They're working.
Yeah. Their
phones are always on.
They need tackles. So, but there's a couple guys and some offensive linemen. There's a offensive lineman from Georgia that's supposed 4-star, really good tackle. I think he's a guard, but he's supposed to commit soon. Duffy's supposed to commit soon. There's another Lake Gibson kid that's going to commit soon. Like, I've said this the entire time, and this is what was going on with Tag too. If they can get 8 wins, regular season, bowl game, whatever, man, it's gonna get scary as far as what they're doing in recruiting.
Florida 33rd, Miami at 39 right now.
Miami's there's some good.
Do not panic. It's still really, really, really early. In fact, Alabama's not even in. Yeah, they are. My bad. They're 18th. 18th.
I'm never. My Alabama will be number 1 with this also.
They could be
unless
50
they don't
and still win right now.
Unless they don't want to.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the Sports Den. We get the night off tomorrow night. We'll be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Share the SoundCloud, please. Tell your friends. We appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening.
How it started, how you came to be in this position. It was handed down by somebody. It's just a neighborhood, no good. Hand me down, been around tradition. A neighborhood, no.
1010XL is